robust urban garlic flavor.
So you may be wondering how I have a video about DSP's Black Friday Begathon if he's doing it right now when this video is coming out. Well, it is the lead up to it where he had plans to get his fans to give him a ton of money so he could spend it all in one sitting on Black Friday instead of saving the money over a few months, because you know DSP does not like saving his money. Now, the resurgence from the Asmongold interview kind of throws a wrench into this, so I don't know if DSP is expecting the same amount of marathon support or if it's already died out, but DSP is just changing things a little up. But we're looking at DSPgaming for the Black Friday marathon a week before, so let's get into it.
And then we're gonna have a delicious, amazing American Thanksgiving dinner together.
Why he chooses to call it American Thanksgiving, I don't know. Other countries celebrate Thanksgiving, but I think people would get it, what it means. You're eating food, Phil.
My wife outright has said, I don't want you interfering with the meal. Well, I don't really need your hands in the kitchen. I just want to do it myself. Stay out of the kitchen. She does want me to help her clean up after the meal, and that I'm perfectly okay with. I'll wash the dishes or whatever, but definitely she doesn't want me sticking my fingers in stuff, screwing stuff up when she's trying to make the meal, okay? So...
Well, the good thing with your Asmongold resurgence is now you have enough money to buy a dishwasher.
What should we do on that day? It's a good question, okay? I've done various different things over the years. The reason I keep saying American Thanksgiving is because I have an international audience, and many of you already celebrated Thanksgiving already, or you're going to celebrate Thanksgiving, and I want you to understand it's ours, okay? Here's a dumb troll. He's an idiot. We have Thanksgiving Day, and then we have Black Friday. So now let me explain the Black Friday deal. On Black Friday, I'm going to be here all day. We're going to do a marathon, okay? But the question is what to do during the marathon, because typically we have themed marathons, but we didn't plan anything this year.
And that by itself is extremely sus, because he always meticulously plans out everything and has 2-hour middle manager meeting sessions about it every single day.
And what I was thinking is it could be a chill variety marathon. We're not committing to anything, but over the course of Black Friday, I thought, number one, you guys always have me drinking during marathons. For every $100 hit, I take a shot. So I was thinking, what would be fun to do during that day? Well, number one, yeah, truck sim. Like maybe we could do an hour or two of truck sim, okay? Like I'd be down for that, an hour or two, okay? If that's what you guys wanted. What about Call of Duty? Imagine me tipsy trying to play Call of Duty. I'm almost thinking if I do that, I should just do a full, knife run. Just go for knife kills. And by the way, by then I'll probably have the cloak mode. So that way I can stay in cloak and I can come out and get cheap kills. Like that would be crazy, being buzzed and trying to do crazy melee kill streaks in the game. That'd be challenging, but I think it would be pretty fun. Okay? So I was thinking those are two of the things that I could do on Black Friday. But in addition, like I said, one of the things I want to do is look for some stuff. For example, I want to shop for a new controller for sure.
Yeah, and here's where he falls into a pitfall, because he is talking about stuff he really should be doing off screen. Like, yeah, you can shop for stuff, but what he gets into is excessive.
We've actually been talking recently about upgrading my setup, getting a corner desk to put here. Instead of these two tables that I have a corner desk that sits in front of me. So one side is for podcasting and vlogging, and the other side is for gaming. And if I have a corner desk, now I can actually get a gaming monitor that I can put here on the desk in front of me, and that would be a much better situation than what I have now, where I'm using the TV on the back wall. Everyone's been yelling at me for the last year saying, dude, you have a good gaming PC, you got a good capture PC, but you're using a TV to game, and the TV has input delay and problem. Why aren't you using a gaming monitor like everyone else does? So maybe we could look at some things. Like, I'm not saying I would definitely buy them that day, but we could look at things like that, like a desk and stuff like that. In addition, if I'm going to get a new desk, I might as well get a new chair. Because if I'm going to get a new desk, I don't know the height, and this chair is not height adjustable. So we might have to get a new chair, so that way I can adjust it to the height of the new desk. And by the way, this chair is getting older and starting to fall apart. It would be great to get a new one as well. So maybe I could get, look at that stuff. Again, I'm not saying that I'm going to drop an insane amount of money on that day, but maybe I could. Maybe we could look at stuff and at least get the idea of what's there and try to figure out what I want to do for my office here.
Yeah, it's not one thing, it's a whole shopping spree that he wants to do. But here's the problem. He doesn't save money to do this stuff, so he expects his fans to pay it forward immediately. That's not how this thing should work, Phil. You should be saving money to invest in your business. If you want to do that, it is not your audience's responsibility to pay for everything in your office. Oh, they're watching, they must pay for it. No, they pay when they enjoy the content, and then you save the money, so when there are times where there are deals, you can put that money back into your business so you can make more money. It's not rocket science.
There you go. That's some of the stuff we can do on Black Friday. And then whatever else you want. If you guys just want to chill with me for a bit and we talk, if you guys want to play another particular game, maybe we'll play a horror game that day because people will be like, we want some horror today. All right, maybe that'll be the opportunity to do like Poppy's Playtime Chapter 2 or, more of something else, I'm down for that.
Phil, people would rather see you play games or just do a chill with Phil segment than going to watch you shop. Oh, look at what we could get. And we know in your case, it's definitely going to be, hey, Dents, pay up.
Okay? I just want to leave it kind of open. I don't want to be like locked into doing any particular thing that day. And how about this? I mean, what we could do, but I don't know if I don't know if I want to do this. I had an idea, now already I'm dismissing it. The idea was this. What if we set a goal of support, and if I hit the goal of support, then I commit to spending to upgrading the office? But I don't know if I like that idea because I don't want you guys to think that it's a freaking telethon again. I don't want the stream to feel like, oh, it's like the old days where I did a marathon and there was always like $1,000, $2,000 goal we're trying to hit. And it,
Phil, if you really felt that way, then you shouldn't have brought it up in the first place. You are the king of telethons. Let's be real.
I'm so tired of doing that. I mean, the difference here would be that if we hit the goal, that I would guarantee that I would then spend the money to upgrade the office. But I don't like that whole telethon idea. I'm so tired of it. I did it so many times back in the day, and a lot of people gave me for it,
Oh, he wants to do it. He just doesn't want any pushback from it. He's putting out the feelers right now to see what his audience will say.
So I don't know. We could talk about it and try to figure it out. See, here's the thing. Like, for example, let's say I were to upgrade the office. Well, a corner desk, a good one, is probably going to cost a few $100s. Like, probably like $300-400 to get a good, high-quality corner desk. I'm not talking some El Cheapo shit that's going to break, fiberboard garbage. Like, this one right here is fiberboard trash. I would want to get a good quality desk that's going to last a long time, right?
Honestly, Phil, you should be driving around looking for yard sales and, stuff thrown on the curb because you may actually find higher quality stuff than what's being sold at like IKEA, for instance.
Then, if I'm going to get a new chair, again, a quality chair, probably between $300 to $500. Not a gamer chair that's a piece of garbage that's going to break, but an actual comfy chair with lumbar support. And by the way, I cannot get a leather chair because Jasper Cat will jump on that chair and destroy it with his back claws. I need to get something that's fabric. So now it's like I would have to look specifically for a chair that is a good chair, but also is, cloth so he won't tear it up if he climbs it.
This just sounds like the Closet Cleanout 2.0, where it's incredibly boring and you expect your fans to give you a ton of money while you just do stuff you should be doing on your own time. Yeah, he's making the business of his office finances and inventory and overhead part of his fans' responsibility here.
Then we'd have to look into gaming monitors, right? Like what kind of gaming monitor that would be on this desk and figure out what's a good one. Like, I guess 4K is out of the question because the 4K gaming monitors are supposedly insanely expensive. So I don't think that I would want that. I think I would want maybe like a 1440p monitor.
You don't need 4K, Phil. Full HD is fine.
That has like real low response time or something like that. And then here, for this side, maybe I could get a monitor like someone had suggested. Why don't you get like a widescreen monitor? Because if you had a widescreen monitor, you could actually have your stream going like here on this side, but then you could have all your chats on the other side and you could do it all at once. You could do it all together. I'm like, oh, that's true. So you're talking a desk, a new chair, 2 monitors. I mean, that's going to be probably 2K. You know what I'm saying? If not more, I don't know. But that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, guys, it costs a lot of money, $2,000, but it's going to be more expensive if I actually save my money and do it over time. I want it all now, so I expect you to pay it up so I can get the deals. What, you said I should have saved my money? No, I'm too busy spending it on champions. I want my instant gratification. Give it to me right now.
We could do that, but again, it could be based on how much I raise. That's what I spend or something. But I don't know. Because again, people are, oh, clip this and send it to Asmongold and send it to everyone. It's just an idea. I didn't even say I'm doing it yet, but you'll say I did because you're a pathetic loser. You're such a life loser, really. You just say dumb. Well, I'm just brainstorming. Didn't even say I'm doing anything yet. Seriously, like, what the problem?
Well, here's the thing, Phil. This is your problem. You have a long history of e-begging. Don't you get that? So everybody is going to look at it and say, Phil's doing this to beg for $2,000 so he can spend it because he doesn't save the money, because he splurges it on nonsense and doesn't appreciate his fans' support, and he thinks he's entitled to it, so he's going to beg for an extra week or two pay in one day so he can upgrade his setup because his fans' responsibility. No, it's not, Phil. It's your responsibility. You're just a bad businessman. You don't know how to manage your finances.
See what I mean? Anything that I even say that's an idea, we haven't even said we're going to do it yet. Oh, that's it. He's the devil. He's the devil. What the is wrong with you? Wow.
Well, then maybe your ideas shouldn't be contingent upon you needing a ton of money from your fans immediately. How about that? Maybe you should just focus on chilling and playing games. Like you've done this with Steam, but in this case, it's a huge scale.
Someone has suggested that too. Zelvania says you could get a monitor, a second monitor that would stack on top of your main monitor. I could, but again, that's dependent on, did I get a good desk that can handle the weight of 2 clipped monitors that are on a mounting rack, you know? That's what I mean. Like, this is all dependent stuff. It's like, it would all be spending that, like, kind of stacks on top of itself. It's like, I got the good desk, but now I need to get a good chair to work with the desk because this chair won't work because this chair isn't height adjustable. Oh, well, now I got to get monitors set up. Well, if I'm going to get 2 monitors, you got to get one for gaming and one for the stream monitoring. But then should I stack monitors or should I do that? You know?
I mean, in all honesty, I get away with 2. So I have my computer and then an extra monitor attached to it. But if he's playing games, he may need a 3rd. Or at least I can get away with having enough where I can see the YouTube chat and a game, or a YouTube chat and a YouTube video. But since he's dual streaming on Kick, but honestly, he should just ignore the Kick chat. That'll make it so much easier for him.
And that's what happens. So I guess that's one thing we can do, but I don't know if I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I want to necessarily say that's what the whole day is about. I want it to be a chill day. I feel like if I do that and I'm like, let's do that. Let's make it so that if I raise $1,000 on that day, I'm guaranteed to buy a desk and a chair. And then if I raise $2,000 on that day, I will buy 2 monitors and I will, I will buy others, you know what I'm saying? But then what will happen is the whole day will be about that. The whole day will be about how much Phil can raise in a day to upgrade his setup, instead of it being a nice chill day where we spend time together and we relax and we enjoy games. I much rather would have it be a relaxing day, you know?
Yeah, all of a sudden, the guy whose streams are all about him getting money is concerned that a marathon is suddenly seen as something where it's all about him getting money. You can't make this stuff up. I guess it's too transparent e-begging for him.
No, it's not that I'm planning it. Here's someone says, it sounds like you were planning it that way. No, it's Black Friday. Like, if there is a day to do that, it's that day because everything's on sale. Like, no lie, if I were to buy a new setup upgrades that day, I'd probably save an incredible amount of money. A desk that's normally $400 will be like $250. A monitor that's normally $500 will be like $350. So I'll save an insane amount of money on that day. That's why it would be the time to do it.
Hey Phil, Black Friday didn't sneak up on you. You know exactly what time it is each and every year. This is completely absurd. You should have been saving money all throughout the way. You've been talking the whole year about how you're so successful now, and apparently that's not the case because you're demanding that your fans give you money essentially to pay for all your stupid office upgrades that you don't really need. He doesn't need a $2,000 set. The fact that you're doing this shows us that you haven't changed your ways at all. You're so successful, yet you're also broke at the same time. It contradicts itself, Phil. Anyone that sees this is right to call you out on your nonsense. Businesses don't beg for people to give them money so they can buy products when they're on sale.
Exactly. Gar says, oh, a nice relaxing $2,000 day. That doesn't really go hand in hand, does it? That's what I'm saying. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I'm not feeling it in that regard. Like, I think like that would be the day to do it, but I don't know if that's what we want to do. Again, we have 2 days. We have Thanksgiving Day major stream, and we have the entire Black Friday, and that's what I want to figure out what we're doing.
Yeah, so it's all those gameplay stuff that he really doesn't want to do. What he wants to do is upgrade his setup, so he's going to present all of these things, but the main one that he slips in there is the Begathon. Phil, you are extremely transparent. We can all see right through your nonsense.
How about this? I'll say this. During those days, I want to play Black Ops 7, and I want to do some truck sim with you guys. I would like to do that. Okay, I think those are 2 things we can lock in. Those things will be happening, no matter what. Oh, well, here's the thing. So someone just said, well, why don't you just get the upgrades anyway? It has nothing to do tied to the stream or anything you raise. I could, but then I'm not going to do it all in one day. Like, for example, right now, if I wanted to get a new gaming desk, I can get it right now. All right? But I can't get a new gaming desk, 2 new monitors, a new chair, and peripherals and things for it. I can't drop $3,000 right now.
But Phil, I thought you said you were successful, that you're having your best year ever. You don't have $3,000 of liquidity? Are you kidding me? Something doesn't add up now. Any PayPal tip you can access immediately. Anything from Kick you get paid weekly. You got your YouTube payment a week before Black Friday. Where's all the money going? Open the books. If you're saying you're more successful than ever but can't afford $3,000 despite we all knowing that you've made over $100,000 year after year, you need to be transparent with your audience if you're expecting them to spend $2,000 on you so you can upgrade stuff that you should be saving for. It's your responsibility, it's not theirs. Otherwise, it's a scam.
Just can't. That's stupid. I don't have that much freedom of liquidity. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to rack up an insane amount of debt. I don't want to drop all my money in my bank account. I could piecemeal. I could get one thing now, another thing in a few weeks, another thing in a month. I could just slowly build it up. I could.
There are things where you can pay over multiple assignments, but I think he did that with like a TV or something, or was a computer, I don't remember. And somebody told me you couldn't do that with a business thing, but I don't know. And I don't think he has access to credit because anybody else would put it on a credit card. Like Phil, you're at the 11th hour. You've known Black Friday was happening year after year, and you're expecting your fans to foot the bill for it. This is ridiculous. This is why he didn't plan anything, because his whole plan was, okay, I'm going to spend on Black Friday, and I'm going to make my fans pay for it, but I'm not going to harp on it for a month because the more time I give them, the more they'll sour on the idea.
But the thing is, it's Black Friday. Everything's on sale. So if there was ever one day to do it all in one thing, that would be the day to do it. You know what I'm saying? It is. That would be the day to do it. So I need to know what you guys think. I would say definitely we're going to be doing Black Ops 7, and we're definitely going to be doing Truck Sim. Those 2 are like locked. Okay, absolutely locked in. But the question is when? Do we do that during Black Friday? Do we do that on Thanksgiving or whatever, right? See, the thing is, Black Friday, Black Ops Friday. I've done that before. There's been years previous where I played Black Ops Friday. You know what I'm saying? So that could make sense. Just play some Black Ops that day, but not all day. That's the thing, too. I cannot play it all day. I can't. I'm getting to the point of my age, I can't be doing crazy high-intensity mouse and keyboard all day long. I just can't do it, okay?
He also doesn't like this Call of Duty game, which fair enough, but he knows if he plays it for 6 hours, he's not going to get a ton of support, especially in the back half. Phil, just play games. Don't pressure your audience and demand that they give you all their money.
So I could do it as a segment. I could do it as one stream, but I can't do it for a whole marathon. I would, I wouldn't even want to do that for the whole marathon. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I want to do a variety of stuff that day. So I guess we have to see what we want to do that day, right? Is booze a real draw to the Truck Sim streams? Apparently so. Apparently the fact that I have a couple of drinks when I hang out with you guys, people like the idea. They think it loosens me up. Although admittedly, like I said, I feel like anything I've ever said on a Truck Sim stream, I would have said even if I hadn't had a couple drinks in me anyway. I don't think I've never gone so crazy and say stuff that I wouldn't normally say.
The reality is people don't like the truck sim streams for the gameplay. It's basically Phil's therapy session, and people get a kick out of that.
That's right. I'm not going to drink on Thanksgiving because I'm going to spend time with my wife that night, and I'm not going to be all buzzed or drunk during that. I want to spend time with my wife. You know? There's a difference between, hey guys, I've committed to be here on stream all day with you for a marathon. Okay? So I'll drink and we'll have fun. That's the day for me. Versus, oh, it's a freaking holiday we spend once a year together, and I want to spend time with my wife and not be, drunk. And like I said, I'm going to eat and then I'm going to clean and everything. I committed to doing that. I'm not going to be all drunk doing it. Sorry that I'm going to be a respectable family man here and do the right thing. I'm not drinking on Thanksgiving.
Phil acts like he never spends time with his wife, despite constantly telling us that he spends all his time with his wife.
And then Friday would be the Black Friday special, where we would do Call of Duty, truck sim while drinking. Then we do some shopping. We do some chill stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna do a little shopping. Don't worry, guys. It'll only take 2 to 3 hours.
Many unbearable hours later.
Maybe there'll be a nice Lego set that we can get for the future. Now, in addition, I would like to look at other things like a corner desk, gaming monitors, okay, a new chair. I'd like to look at these things. I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to buy them. I'm just saying I want to look at them and see what's out there and what's the pricing and things like that.
There are stores which have Black Friday deals all throughout November, Phil, or longer than just one day.
Because we talked about upgrading my setup recently, and the thing is, I could, but if I do it myself, I can't do it all at once. There's no way that I can drop the money for a desk, a chair, monitors, and everything at once. You're talking over $1,000 easy, okay? I can't just drop that money out of my pocket on a whim.
A successful businessman who's been saying he's been successful all this year should have been able to raise that capital to have the funds to pay it without begging your fans for money.
What I could do is slowly upgrade my setup over the course of several months. Maybe get a desk, then the next month, get a chair, then the next month, get monitors. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Phil is very bad at managing his money, so that will never happen unless you give him money periodically to do so. So instead of one huge Begathon, we get a bunch of smaller mini Begathons.
But if on Black Friday things go well and a lot of people support the stream and the Black Friday deals are good, maybe I could get it all at once. But it depends on the level of support I receive and the sales that we find. So we don't know what's going to happen until Black Friday. Okay? In addition to all of that, I'm also going to be having Thanksgiving leftovers as Feasting with the King.
But if the support didn't come in to buy all the stuff, he would have complained about it.
Well, it's funny. Swagonito says, I'd invest in a monitor over all of that, and I got a nice one mounted in the corner table, just my opinion. I have nowhere to put it. If I buy a monitor right now, I literally have nowhere I could put it. These are tiny tables in front of me. I can't have a monitor in my face. So if I buy a monitor, I can't use it. I need to have a new setup. Like I said, if I get a nice big corner style desk that has maybe like an elevated thing right here, and I could put the monitor right there, then I could get a monitor. But I have no setup for it. That's what I mean. Like, this is a thing where either I have to do it very slowly, piece by piece, to not empty my bank account, or if there's good deals on Black Friday and you guys support the stream well, then I can actually just dump it all and maybe get it all at once. But we have to see what happens on Friday. And it's no big deal if it doesn't happen. It really isn't. Okay? It's not. All right? Cool. All right.
Yeah, here's the professional streamer on his TV trays. Awesome, Phil. Keep trying to convince us you're not begging when you totally are. Won't it be nice, guys, if Phil could improve his setup? Look, if you give Phil money, he'll be able to improve his setup. What about the money you've already been given, Phil?
Going on Amazon and essentially seeing what are the Black Friday deals that they have. Do they have good gaming monitors on sale? Do they have a desk? Do they have a chair? Do they have speakers? The other things I would need, like HDMI cables, the mat for under the chair. Can I maybe order a whole bunch of stuff? A controller, a new Lego build, right? Can we do that tomorrow?
Most of those things you don't need to save thousands of dollars to get, Phil. HDMI cables don't cost that much. A Lego build expensive, but not thousands of dollars. Explain to me how you've been so successful this year, but you haven't had the access to liquidity that allows you to improve your setup.
The answer may be yes, it may be no. It depends on what we find. Also, to be transparent with all of you, okay? So, I'm on Kick, and Kick actually pays me once a week, which is awesome. I mean, you name another online, place that you stream, they pay you once a week. Kick is crazy good in that regard. They're supposed to pay me today, but it's Thanksgiving and they're not paying me. Like right now, the money isn't coming through. So, you know, all this great stuff that's happened this week is amazing, but I don't really have any of it yet because I have to get paid. You know, YouTube won't pay me till next month.
Yeah, Asmongold Horse, even though you gave me thousands of dollars, I need thousands more because I won't get that payment now. So you need to either tip me a ton of money or continue to give me a ton of money so I can afford this because I don't have access to credit. I went bankrupt. Welcome to the money pit. Please dump your money here.
Yeah, and Kick hasn't paid yet. So what I'm hoping is that Kick is actually going to pay tomorrow rather than today, because it would have been today, but being that today is an American holiday, I think that the banks and everything would be closed anyway. So I'm hoping that tomorrow we're back to business as usual. And really, is that true? Because I don't believe you because you're a troll. I don't even know why I listened to that. I shouldn't have listened to that because that's a troll talking. Yeah, so I'm hoping that they will pay, and therefore if they do, tomorrow I'm good. I can literally order whatever I want. I can order everything at once if I want. But if they don't pay, then sadly, I might have to wait, which sucks. Like I might be able to get like 1 or 2 things, but I you know, all this great support you guys gave me during the week, I don't have it yet. So it sucks that like I might have to wait and hold off to actually do some of it. I don't want to, but I mean, I have to have the funds to spend the funds. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Okay? And we'll go from there.
Yeah, okay, that's surely going to endear yourself to the new audience you have. They're gonna love it when you're constantly talking about finances and, hey, I want to upgrade my setup, but I don't have the money to do so right now, so I'm kind of in a bind. Great. It's not your audience's problem, Phil. You have your high-quality stream set up with your HD camera and your sound panels and things like that. I think they'll survive, Phil. Stop talking about needing their money and just do the show content they want, because if you keep talking about needing their money, they're gonna stop giving it to you. You're just looking for the Iron Dent Sakai and you don't realize that there's 7,000 people, and soon you will have 7,000 dead subscribers on your channel. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoy DSP's Black Friday Begathon. Who really knows what's gonna happen with that? And have a wonderful weekend. This is Robust turning off the station. Thanks for watching.
The truth will be revealed!
I think you're seeing a small change.